What's up, everybody, y'all? What's up? What's up, everybody, y'all? See, I can't even get my words out right, y'all. The ADHD brain runs so fast, my mouth is overrode in my freaking brain. It's called What's Up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trash Trucker channel, y'all. I am Tony, aka Trash Trucker, something like that. Y'all know what it is. Alright, y'all, let's get into this video, y'all. For those who have been with me all these years, y'all know I got this green Coronado right here. Right now, it is parked at the house. Right now, I'm a company driver over at All Chemical out of Lakewood, New Jersey. Came over here in March of 2000, like March 9th of 2025, last year. So about 9 months with them. I came over because it started getting rough. Y'all know when I was, if you've been with me these years, you know I was down in Miami running costs to the cruise ships where we were actually making good money. So I was reinvesting that money, going back into getting more trucks. Now granted, I ran up a boatload of credit card debt and everything because I put a lot in the trucks. Put in both of my Pete's. I bought two Pete 579s. One year and then another one a year later, to put drivers in to try to help build something and grow something. So, you know, you always feel like as an owner operator you can't really afford to take time off. So you look at it, if I get more trucks, the trucks could run, make money, so I could afford to be off while they're running, making money. It can help, you know, afford for me to be off. Didn't quite work out that way. Y'all, I want to ask y'all to do me a favor, y'all. I know every YouTuber always asks you to do something, but won't y'all go down there, click the like button, the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, share my videos and so forth, but also go check out my Trash Trucker music channel. You can find it in the description below, or you can actually just look up Trash Trucker music and it comes up. Y'all, please, let's help grow that channel too. But yes, be sure to go check that out, y'all. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Once we got, things are running good when I got the first black truck. Well, then I got the second one. Well, then where we were at, he put us on a hiring freeze. They're like, yeah, we need trucks, need trucks and drivers. Then when I get it and put APU on it and then over 30 grand in it, you know, because we always put laptops, all-in-one laser printer scanners, freaking Verizon Unlimited Business Internet, freaking DVD players, microwave, induction air fryer ovens. We put fridges because the TNC Pete's don't come with fridges. We put Sony touchscreen stereos with Android, Apple CarPlay, so forth. Sirius XM. We put Dish Network. We get drop visors, freaking window chops. I put in hood mirrors, changed every amber light out to chrome lights, put mud flap center panels on, put Hogue heavy duty half fenders, you know, hose racks, fittings and everything else. I mean, over $1,000 in fittings for tanking, airlines and everything else that you need set up for tanking, straps, all this stuff, safety gear for drivers. And then when he had it on a hiring freeze, that hurt. And kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for him to lift the freeze. Finally, it's like, okay, well, then he stopped working. So I had to leave. Went to C3 Logistics. Couldn't ever really do good there. I kept trying to get a driver. I tried and tried and tried for a driver. It took me 18 months of me making, you know, $2,400 truck payment, $500 a month insurance with no revenue on the truck. That's a lot of money going out. Constantly dwindling down every freaking dime I have, you know, going down because you're paying on that truck payment. Well, then as soon as I finally got a driver for that one, a driver I had in my other one, Robert, well, he had some medical complications. Well, it was a year. I was thinking he'd be able to come back. Originally, it's going to be like 6 to 8 weeks. Ended up being months. Well, then finally he can't come back. Well, then I tried getting a driver for that. Couldn't get a driver for that because most people wanted way too much. I mean, I was already paying 30% of the gross line haul. So say I'm an owner-operator. Say I'm with C3. C3 Logistics pays me 70%. So they're keeping 30% off the top rate. So say the load pays $4,000. Okay, well, I get 70% off the $4,000 because they keep 30%. Okay, now I was paying 30% off the $4,000, not the 30% off of my 70% that I get. 30% off that top number. So I was paying darn good for drivers. But it still wasn't enough for some drivers. Some drivers wanted more. They're like, no, you need to pay me more. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not paying you like some owner operators pay. They'll pay that 30% off the truck net. I was paying off the truck gross. Not the truck net, the truck gross. But some drivers, they only hear, well, this guy's paying 35. They never heard that. They couldn't comprehend. Yeah, but he's paying you 35 off the net. I'm paying you 30 off the gross. That gross is still a lot more because when, like I say, 35 off 4,000 or 30 off 4,000 is way more than 35 off, say, freaking 3,000. And it's actually less than 3. It's more like 27.5 if you do, yeah, because it's 25%. You know, basically 4,000, that's take 1,000 off, and then that's still got 5% more to go. So that's like another 400. So yeah, so it'd be like 2,600. So to the truck, you're only looking at 2,600. So you know, but people couldn't comprehend that. For some reason, people couldn't comprehend that number. So I paid for that truck in payment for the longest time with no driver. Actually, for a year before I sold that one. So that one I paid for a year. Jeffrey's truck I paid for 18 months with no driver. That bled me dry. I'll be honest. That for owner operator, that hurts when you can't find drivers that want to work in this freaking economy. Most of them were like, oh, I got to be home every weekend. Or if you can't guarantee me $3,000 to me, some are wanting as high as 35 to them. Bring home to them. Like, if you're making that where you're at, stay there. Stay there. So I had the hardest time trying to find drivers, or they were like way too far out. So yeah, so I finally sold the truck. Jeffrey's in the truck now as owner operator. We'll include a picture of Jeffrey, like right here. So that's Jeffrey, along with my C3 dispatcher I had, Leah. She's on TikTok and so forth. But yes, that was Jeffrey. So he's in the truck now as owner operator. He had a little breakdown yesterday that, you know, he called me. I helped him out with it. I helped troubleshoot it. I said, I guarantee you, this is what the problem is going to be. It absolutely was. Absolutely was. So, hey, he got rolling because he had to hurry up and pick up a load yesterday on Sunday and get loaded. Headed up to, like, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, some airport with de-ice or something. So he had to get moving. So he may have been a little bit late, but he'll make his delivery on time because there's plenty of time on the load. Didn't deliver till like Wednesday, and he was loaded. He got loaded yesterday, so it's all good. But yes, y'all. You know, the thing about being an owner operator is that they always tell you, oh yeah, be an owner operator, you'll make lots of money. You'll make lots of money. Out of it was just under $44,000 loss for last year. Over a $44,000 loss for last year. Now, that doesn't count actual, like, all the business stuff that I put on credit cards that I'm still paying payments on. And I'll admit, I've got one of them that you know, got $42,000 on it. For all the breakdowns and repairs and everything else, because we got so bad, I had to start putting everything on freaking credit cards. So all that kind of stuff freaking hurts. Well, I'm paying over $700 a month in interest on that card. Before Biden got in there and all the inflation hit and all the interest rates went up, I mean, I was at 18% on the card. Now it's like freaking 29 and some change, 29.9, something like that. So I mean, the interest is like $700 a month on that freaking card. So I mean, that hurts, because that, you can't claim the actual payments because all those expenses were incurred the year before, and realistically in 24. I just been paying on, basically just paying on the interest. I'm paying more. I mean, I'm paying more on the freaking balance, but you know, payments like $1,100, interest is like freaking $700 some change. But still, you're really not getting anywhere. But you can't claim all that. But if I actually counted all the payments, I'd probably realistically be about 80, 90,000 in the hole for last year, because of so much stuff that went on credit cards in 24 and all, while the trucks were down and everything. And then once I finally got going, it hurt. Then, you know, Jeffrey's had some major repairs in his truck. Spent 2 weeks in a hotel. No revenue for 2 weeks because freaking the maker of the rear ends, I can't remember, Weller, they sent the wrong rear end the first time, so that extended his hotel stay. We had to wait for a new one to come in. Then when the second one come in, it was freaking cracked, so it had to extend his hotel stay again. And then when they finally got the third one in, you know, so there's lags in between when you get the rear end in, and they're like, wait a minute, this ain't gonna freaking work. Now you got to ship it back and wait for another one to come back in. And everybody's like, well, why Jeffrey stay in a hotel for 2 weeks? Why didn't you send him home? Because it was only going to be just a couple days and he'd be moving. But when you keep having those, that racks up. Because I was still paying him $250 a day Monday through Friday to sit in a hotel. For every day the truck was in the shop, I still paid him $250 a day. Plus I'm paying hotel, so I mean, you know, that hurts when, and then like I say, 2 weeks in a hotel, $250 a day, the repair, the tow bill, and then non-revenue for 2 weeks. That cost over 10 grand for all that. That ended up being over 10 grand for that. So I mean, being owner operator, it's rough. It's rough. Now, do I want to get back in my Coronado? Yes, I do. I'll admit, I do want to get back in my Coronado. But the difference is, when I get back in the Coronado, it's going to be just me. I don't have to worry about someone calling me, hey, I'm broke down. Hey, can you find this for me? Hey, can you find that? Or I don't have to worry about if I'm on home time and me and Catherine decide to go to town. Crap, I got to bring the laptop because I need to do payroll, or, you know, don't have to worry about that. So if I go home and I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. I don't have to worry about anybody bothering anybody. They say, hey, when you coming back, this and that. It's going to be my free time. My free time, just me and Miss Cat. So that is the plan. I do want to get back in my Coronado. Now, am I making good money here at Allchem? Absolutely. I cannot bash Allchem on their pay. They're very good. I mean, the dispatcher there here before New Year's, I mean, when I walked into the office, he told me, like, look, like, anytime you need to go home, I don't care where you're at, if you need to go home, let me know. I will get you home. I will make sure you go home, because they know I stay out. So they are a really good company. When I go home, they don't fuss about how long I'm home. It's not, hey man, are you coming back out? When you coming back out? But now, granted, I haven't really had any real time at home. I haven't been home for over a week. I haven't even been home for 7 days. Besides, back in like July, they had me do some local. They're in town for like 2 weeks. But other than that, I really haven't been home for a length of time, but they wouldn't mess with me about that. That is how good Allchem is. Now, the one thing I do not like is constantly being up here in the north. I'll admit, I don't like the north. I can't stand the north, and I really hate with a passion the northeast. So as an over-the-road driver with Allchem, I spent all the way from Thanksgiving until Christmas doing nothing but up in the north, the whole time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So yeah, and I'm back up here in Ohio now, and I'm gotta go to Chicago, pick up a trailer, go load somewhere else in Illinois, and then head to Pennsylvania. From Pennsylvania, you know you're always going back to the New Jersey terminal. So yeah, I'm staying up in the north, but I did get one run going down south, going down to Louisiana to pick up to come back up here to the north. So yeah, I wish I could have some southern runs, but that may be in the future. That may be in the future. But like I say, y'all, I can't say anything bad about Allchem. As a company driver, Allchem is a very good company. For company drivers, they pay you very well. Have nothing to say. The people are great. Very nice to me. Very polite when I come in. They all know my name when I come in. I mean, hey, it's not like a, what's your number? Oh, look up, what's your name again? No, they all know my name. Could be because I'm meticulous on my paperwork and everything else. And I'm the ADHD and that. I'm not as OCD as my brother, but I do have a little OCD. Or some stuff has to be right, especially like my paperwork and stuff has to be right. Then the computer stuff has to be right. Organizing and stuff like that has to be right. Now when it comes to, I keep my truck spotless like my brother? No. That part, I kind of fell by the wayside. But when it comes to my brain and paperwork and organizing things like that, yes, it has to be set right. Anyway, y'all, I have rambled on enough. But yeah, we just want to tell you, yes, Black Beauty has been sold to Jeffrey. So he is in that now. And like I say, y'all, if you're looking for a good tanker job, Allchem has a terminal in Houston, Texas. They have a terminal in Lakewood, New Jersey is the head terminal, and they have a terminal in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you're interested in tanking, hey, look up All Chemical in Lakewood, New Jersey. That's the main number, and then, you know, you can give them a shout out. Hey, if you do get hired on, mention me. Maybe they'll give me a bonus, sign-on bonus for you. I don't know. I ain't ever checked if they offer that incentive, but hey, just tell me you saw it on video. Anyway, y'all, we'll catch you on this video, y'all. Hope y'all have a safe, blessed week. And if you're driving, keep it shiny side up, rubber side down. We'll catch you on this video, y'all. Peace out.
Yeah. This that I-285 soundtrack. Brake lights all the way around. ATL traffic got a man losing his mind, but this old Peterbilt still getting paid.
Riding that Atlanta loop, stuck in a red light scene. JB Hunt in the middle lane.